The function expression for CMOS static circuit shown in figure is. We can obtain the result by reducing this PMOS or this NMOS. So I consider this PMOS. So PMOS series connection means, so this is a logic 1 condition. This PMOS for logic 1. So this is a series connection of this PMOS means that represent A bar dot B bar dot C bar into logic 1. And this is a parallel connection with this ABC. So this is OR operation and D bar into 1. So the actual expression can be, this can be taken as plus, this plus and B plus C into D and the whole bar. So this is the actual expression of this circuit. So here the answer is C. Why N-type switch is not preferred over CMOS switch? This is a TRP 2017 question, and we know in N-type we can pass logic 0 well, but when VDD is applied to the drain, the voltage at the source is VDD minus VTN. So this NMOS has strong logic 0 but weak logic 1. For that condition only we are not using NMOS switch over CMOS switch. So here the answer is this N-type transmit a logic 0 well, but when VDD is applied to the drain, the voltage at the source is VDD minus VTN. So the answer here is A. The output equation for the following CMOS circuit is. This is also from TRP 2017, and these two PMOS are connected seriously and this NMOS are connected parallelly, and from this circuit we can easily say that this is a circuit of NOR gate, that is this PMOS, two PMOS connected seriously and two NMOS connected parallelly. So here this y is equal to A plus B the whole bar, A plus B the whole bar. But the same result we can obtain by using this A bar into B bar also. So here the answer is C and also D. In negative logic convention, the Boolean logic 1 is equivalent to, negative logic means 0 volt for logic 1, 5 volt, or VDD for logic 0. So here this is logic 1 and negative logic convention means 0 volt is the answer. So here the answer is B. Next question, CMOS gate circuit of NOT gate is. And NOT gate, we connect this PMOS to VDD and this NMOS to ground, and these two gates are connected together, and this is input and this is output, and this is the NOT gate CMOS circuit. So here the answer is B. In CMOS logic circuit, the NMOS transistor acts as a pull-down network because this NMOS provides a strong logic 0. So this is called as pull-down network in CMOS logic circuit. Next question. The threshold voltage for each transistor in figure is 2 volt. For this circuit to work as an inverter, Vi must take the values of. So here the 5 volt is given to NMOS, 0 ground is given to PMOS. So this is the work under negative logic condition. Negative logic condition. So minus 5 volt is given for logic 0 and 0 volt is given for logic 1. So here the answer is A. In positive logic convention, the true state is represented as, true state mean logic 1, and here the answer is A. MOSFET can be used as a, and this is a question from GATE 2001, and this MOSFET can be used as a voltage control capacitor. So the answer here is B. Next question, for an N-channel E-MOSFET, if the source is connected at a high potential than that of the bulk, that is VSB greater than 0 volt, the VT threshold voltage of MOSFET will, and this is a question from GATE 2003, And now, so in N channel MOSFET, source is N type. So if you are giving greater than 0 volt here, so this is separate and this is source, and the depletion region sizes increases around the source, so it will increase the threshold voltage of this device. So if you give the greater voltage source and subtract voltage, we will get increased VT. So here the answer is D. In a MOSFET, the polarity of the inversion layer is same as that of, and this is a question from 1989 GATE, and the inversion layer has the polarity same as the majority carriers in source. So here the answer is D. Next question, for an N-channel MOSFET and its transfer curve shown in figure, then the threshold voltages, and this is a question from GATE 2005, and this is a curve, and when the current start, that is given as threshold voltage, and here this is plus 1 volt, so threshold voltage is plus 1 volt, and also the condition for finding the saturation region. So saturation region means VDS greater than or equal to VGS minus VT, and here VGS is 3 and the threshold voltage is 1 volt. So that is VGS is 3 and threshold voltage is 1, and VDS is given as 5. So this is 5. So this is greater than 5 greater than 2. So this is in saturation region. So the answer here is threshold voltage is 1 volt and the device is in saturation region. So the answer here is C. The logic 0 level of CMOS device is approximately logic 0, we will give 0 volt. So here the answer is D, 0 volt. Which of the following has the physical channel between drain and source? And in depletion MOSFET, we have a physical channel between the value of VGS that make ID approximately 0 is called. So when this VGS less than cutoff voltage, then only we will get ID is approximately equal to 0. So now this VGS value less than cutoff voltage. So this value is known as cutoff voltage. So answer is B. The voltage condition for cutoff region in the MOS transistor is VGS less than VT. Gates in MOS transistor saturation region mode, the drain to source current IDS should be, and in saturation region it at most reach constant. Which type of MOSFET exhibits no current at 0 gate voltage? And in depletion MOSFET, there is a channel between source and drain. So there is a current without any voltage, gate voltage, but in 0 gate voltage, no current condition is enhancement MOSFET. So here the answer is B. Next question, E-MOSFET are more commonly used as a switch. So consider a CMOS process with the following parameter. Kn dash is equal to 140 mu A divided by V square. Vtn is equal to plus 0.7 volt. And Kp dash is equal to 60 microamps divided by V square. And Vtb is equal to minus 0.7 volt. With Vdd equal to 3 volt. So if first step Vm is equal to 1 by 2 Vdd. So from that we will find Vm is equal to 1 by 2 into 3, that is equal to 1.5 volt. So Vm here is 1.5 volt. So next one we have to find beta n divided by beta b. For that we know the formula Kn dash W by L divided by Kp dash W by L P, where Kn is 140 and Kp is 60 into W by L N divided by W by L P. So we will get 2.33 W by L N divided by W by L P. And consider this. So now we are considering this is a symmetrical design. So we put this beta n is equal to beta p is equal to 1. So this become 1. So now W by L B is equal to 2.33 into W by L N. So and this shows that this P FET must be about 2.33 times larger than this N FET, and this is the condition for getting the symmetrical inverter. And next we have to find the actual VM value, and here the condition we take, this VM is equal to symmetrical inverter, and next we have to find the actual VM with the condition this parameter W by L is same for both P FET and N FET. Beta B value, we will find VM once again. For that we have the value that is VDD minus V, and find VTP plus root of beta N divided by beta P PTN divided by 1 plus root of beta N divided by beta P. So this is the equation for finding VM. So put all the value. VDD here is 3 and VTP is this is modulus, so 0.7. Here the value is minus 0.7, so here modulus, so we will put 0.7 only, and root of 2.33, and VTN is 0.7 divided by 1 plus root of 2.33. So solving this we will get 1.33 volt. So this is a shift from, and here we will get for symmetrical inverter the VM value is 1.5, but actual value we will get 1.33. So consider an inverter circuit that has FET aspect ratio of W by L that is equal to 6 for N FET and 8 for P FET in a process where Kn dash is equal to 150 microamps divided by volt square. Here VTN is equal to 0.7 volt and Kp dash is equal to 62 microamps divided by V square, and here VTP is equal to minus 0.85 volt and VDD is equal to 3.3 volt and Cout is equal to 150 femtofarad, and femto means 10 to the power minus 15. And let us compute the rise and fall time, and using the equation find maximum frequency. So our aim is to find RP, RN and also TF and TR, and they are giving Cout. So for finding the time constant we have to find this resistance. So first RP, that is equal to 1 divided by beta P VDD minus VTP, and Rn is equal to beta N into VDD minus VTN. So first we have to find this beta B and beta N. So beta B, that is equal to Kp dash into V by L P. So here Kp is 62 and here W by L P is 8. So beta B is equal to this 62 microamps. So this is 62 into 10 to the power minus 6, and this W by L is equal to 8. So apply that value, we will get this RP is equal to 1 divided by 62 into 10 to the power minus 6 into 8 into VDD. VDD here is 3.3 volt and minus VTN is equal to, and here VTP, that is equal to 0.85. So solving this we will get RP is equal to 822.9 ohm. So this is RP value. So similarly Rn, that is equal to 1 divided by, and here beta N, that is 150 into 10 to the power minus 6, and W by Ln is 6 into 6, and also VDD, that is 3.3 minus 0.7. So solving this we will get 427.35 ohm. So this is Rn. So from that we have to find tau P and tau N. So this tau P, that is equal to RP into Cout. So RP value is 822.9 into Cout value is 150 femtofarad, that is 150 into 10 to the power minus 15. So solving this we will get 2343 picosecond. So this is tau p. Similarly, we get tau n, that is equal to Rn into C out, that is equal to 427.35 into 150 into 10 to the power minus 15. So solving this, we will get tau n, that is equal to 64.1 picosecond. So this is tau n. So from that we can find T or rising time, that is equal to 2.2 tau p, that is equal to 2.2 into 123.43 into picoseconds. So that will give us 271.55 picoseconds. So this is TR. So similarly we will get TF, that is equal to 2.2 tau n. So we will get this is equal to 141 picosecond. So now we have rise time and fall time. So this is rise time delay, and this is fall time delay. From that we can find M max, that is equal to 1 divided by TR plus TF. So solving this, that is 1 divided by 1271.55 plus 141, that will give us the value of, here the picosecond, so the value is 10 to the power minus 12. So solving this, we will get 2.42 GHz. So this is the maximum frequency of this design. Question: implement f is equal to a plus b plus c and g is equal to a plus b plus c plus d in dynamic CMOS as cascaded by stages so as to minimize the total transistor count. So this dynamic CMOS can be cascaded using the domino logic, and also this is OR gate. So we use parallel connection. So this is VDD and this is PMOS. A and B, because the connection between F and G is, this G can be also written as F plus D. So first we realize the F, then cascade that F value to G, we can minimize the total transistor count. So first this is the adder circuit, so we use parallel connection of this A, B and C, and this is the evaluate transistor, and the clock is given here, and this is the same clock given here also, and this is A, B, C, and this is the inverter. Using domino logic we will get F here, and the same F is given to one of the input, and this is parallelly connected to D, and this is connected to another one evaluate transistor, and this is grounded, and the clock is given here, and also here another one PMOS is connected to VDD. So now we will get F here, and we will take G at this point. So now we can minimize the transistor count for realizing G. Instead of performing two different circuits, we can perform both F and G using this cascaded type of connection. So this is mainly used to reduce the transistor count. Suppose the dynamic node had been discharged during the previous evaluate cycle, which is the low N of to switch the output inverter when clock goes high. So here we have to find the final value, final voltage Vf, and we know the formula for finding Vf, that is Vf is equal to C out divided by C out plus C. Here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 C's are there. So 6C into VDD.
So C out here is 3C. So put the value 3C divided by 3C plus 6C into VDD. So here the answer 3C divided by 9C into VDD. Then we will cut this CC and this 1, this 3. So this is become. So now 1 by 3 into VDD, and VDD value is 4.5. So we will get 1.5 volt. So here the answer is 1.5 volt. So here the answer is C. Clock CMOS logic output is evaluated in, and clock 0 the PFET is on, and this is known as pre-charge stage. And when 1 NFET is on, and this is known as evaluate stage. So in clocked CMOS, output is evaluated in on period, that is 1, that represent on period. So here the answer is A. Next question, in clocked CMOS logic, rise time and fall time are slower compared to static CMOS. So here the answer is B. Next question, CMOS domino logic is same as dash with inverter at the output line, and here we connect the inverter with the dynamic CMOS logic. So this is not added with the static CMOS logic. We add the inverter with dynamic CMOS logic. So here the answer is B. Next question, in CMOS dominoes logic, non-inverting structure is possible. So we will get non-inverting output also by adding the inverter at the output side. So here the answer is B. Next question, dynamic CMOS has smaller area, smaller parasitic capacitance, larger area, and A and B. So it has small area and capacitance. So here the answer is D. Next question, the addition of the output inverter makes dominoes gate non-inverting. So here the answer is A. Next question, in dynamic CMOS logic, 4-phase clock is used. So commonly in dynamic logic, CMOS logic, 4-phase clock is used. So here the answer is D. Next question, which is the figure represent AND logic gate? So first one, here we take the output at this point. So this is a wrong one. Next one, so normally the AND gate means we use series connection. For OR gate we use parallel connection. So here the AND gate means we use a series connection of A and B, and also the output taken from this point. So here the answer is B. So A, B are seriously connected and the output is taken from this point. So here the answer is B. Next question, which is the figure represent the logic OR gate? The parallel connection of this A and B that represent the OR operation. So here this A and B are parallelly connected and the output is taken at this point. So this circuit is represent the logic OR gate. So here the answer is C.